Make it look like it's decent enough. Maybe I will do it for 30 seconds or 1 minute. Because I do not want people to pinpoint exactly when it loops back. It looks very bright, not gonna lie. But that does not make it that bad, technically. It could be worse. I mean, we are technically in an HD kind of age, but still, that does not necessarily mean that everything has to be picture perfect. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll have to record it for like what? 10 seconds, 20 seconds maybe? In order to make it look, make it look like it's decent enough. Maybe I will do it for 30 seconds or 1 minute. Because I do not want people to pinpoint exactly when it loops back. It looks very bright, I'm gonna lie. But that does not make it that bad. It could be worse. I mean, we are technically in an HD kind of age, but still, that does not necessarily mean that everything has to be picture perfect. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll have to record it for like what? 10 seconds, 20 seconds maybe? In order to make it look, it's decent enough. Maybe I will do it for 30 seconds or 1 minute. Because I do not want people to pinpoint exactly when it looks back. It looks very bright, but that does not make it that bad. It could be worse. I mean, we are technically in an HD kind of age, but still, that does not necessarily mean that everything has to be picture perfect. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll have to record it for like what? 10 seconds, 20 seconds maybe? In order to make it look, make it look like it's decent enough. Maybe I will do it for 30 seconds or 1 minute. Because I do not want people to pinpoint exactly when it loops back. It looks very bright, not gonna lie. But that does not make it that bad. It could be worse. I mean, we are technically in an HD kind of age, but still, that does not necessarily mean that everything has to be picture perfect. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll have to record it for like what? 10 seconds, 20 seconds maybe? In order to make it loop, make it look like it's decent enough. Maybe I will do it for 30 seconds or 1 minute. Because I do not want people to pinpoint exactly when it loops back. It looks very bright, not gonna lie. But that does not make it that bad, technically. It could be worse. I mean, we are technically in an HD kind of age, but still, that does not necessarily mean that everything has to be picture perfect. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll have to record it for like what? 10 seconds, 20 seconds maybe? In order to make it look, make it look like it's it's decent enough. Maybe I will do it for 30 seconds or 1 minute. Because I do not want two people to pinpoint exactly when it looks bad. It looks very bright, not gonna lie. But that does not make it that bad. It could be worse. I mean, we are technically in an HD kind of thing, but still, that does not necessarily mean that everything has to be picture perfect. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll have to record it for like what? 10 seconds, 20 seconds maybe? In order to make it look, make it look like it's decent enough. Maybe I will do it for 30 seconds or 1 minute. Because I do not want two people to pinpoint exactly when it looks bad. It looks very bright, but that does not make it that bad. It could be worse. I mean, we are technically in an HD kind of thing, but still, that does not necessarily mean that everything has to be perfect. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll have to record it for like what? 10 seconds, 20 seconds maybe? In order to make it look, make it look like it's decent enough. Maybe I will do it for 30 seconds or 1 minute. Because I do not want two people to pinpoint exactly when it looks bad. It looks very bright, but that does not make it that bad. It could be worse. I mean, we are technically in an HD kind of thing, but still, that does not necessarily mean that everything has to be picture perfect. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll have to record it for like what? 10 seconds, 20 seconds maybe? In order to make it loop, make it look like it's decent enough. Maybe I will do it for 30 seconds or 1 minute. Because I do not want two people to pinpoint exactly when it loops back. It looks very bright, not gonna lie. But that does not make it... Hello. Hello, everyone. Merry Christmas. With good health. With good fortune. With everything, really. How have you all been doing? Excuse me, I'm a little bit rusty. I finally recovered from the cold. Finally. But now I feel a little bit, I feel a little bit off. I do not know why. I'm not into streamer mode yet, okay? I have here a glass of juice. Peach juice. To help me, refresh a little bit myself in order to, wake up, to go into streamer mode. Because if I'm not into streamer mode, then what the fuck am I doing? Anyway, how has been? How's your holiday been? I hope everybody is spending, their time, doing what they like, even if that means, playing video games with friends. Man, I would like to play video games with my friends. Give me 1 second. I have to send a message real quick. Excuse me. Give me 1 second. Mm. By the way, by the way, I didn't really, I personally did not actually spend too much, you know, time outside. I could say, like I went a little bit outside with my friend, but you see, oh wow, there is a live. Nah, screw it. I do not want to use the live one because everything that goes, everything that is live will take power from the internet on my stream. I'm afraid. So I'm gonna use something that is not live. No, I went to the live anyway. Fuck, and I got an ad anyway, and another ad because of course. Okay, there we go. Tonight I'm going to put some lo-fi, Christmas mix because I want to, I do not want to have all this epicness in every goddamn stream. Every time you come into my stream, it's like at the end of the world. It doesn't matter what time of the year it is. In my streams, it's always, fucking orchestras and rock. Because of course. I still haven't sent that message. Give me 1 second. How am I supposed to reply? Many times I just sit on my computer looking at the message. Like it doesn't matter where. Like it doesn't matter if it's on Messenger, on Twitter, on some other platform. No. Every time I see a reply from someone to me specifically, I always sit here like for like not for hours, but for a good while to think. Okay, if I was to say this, would that be you know okay to like say like because I actually I have a story. Actually I do have a story about that. I will actually say in a few while, but let me reply real quick because I need to focus in order to see what I'm going to write. mm, mm. You see, like I'm actually I'm actually trying to focus right now. I'm not joking, like but I cannot really focus because I'm streaming right now. What kind of a screw up am I anyway? On the one side, I want to just send a message. I overthink that message. On the other side, I want to stream, but I am not on a streamer mode yet. And give me 1 second because someone is calling me. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Everybody remembers about me the very moment I go live. Here's a good. It is Christmas songs, right? Yeah. I don't suppose this Christmas songs will get me, copyrighted. I hope not. Excuse me. I'm still thinking about the goddamn message. And I have been streaming for 15 minutes now. This is how much of a professional I am. Okay, yeah. Everybody needs their own time, okay? Some people are fast on some things, some people are not, okay? I want you to be understanding, alright? This is what I want you to do. I want you to bear with me, okay? Well, you have been bearing quite a lot lately with the cold and all that. Alright, I sent the message. Finally. So where was I? Yes, I was talking about a story. Okay. About why am I such a why am I overthinking everything? So at some point, am I allowed to? You know what? I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it, so I'm gonna be blunt about it. I'm gonna be blunt and straightforward. I do not like, the idea of being hypocritical or, hiding some intel just because I'm afraid of something. Excuse me, I'm watching something about The Last of Us now. God damn it, why am I on Twitter again? I should not do that. Oh, man. Man, god damn it. This there is this how would you call him? I guess you could call him you could call him a director. Mazin. Watching a person die, I think, ought to be much different than watching pixels die. Just because this guy has worked on the Last of Us show, the live action show. And with Young over here is like, love Mazing's work and excited for the show, but this quote is utter nonsense. And I don't know why pixels are used as a video game term. Both movies and games use pixels to convey images on screens. Well, it is what it is, like, if this guy is saying it from the perspective of, if this director saying it from the perspective of video games are not that much of a big deal, then okay, that is bad. But if he's trying to explain that, it is technically a little bit more horrifying watching a very good, let's say, murder scene in live action instead of a video game, well, it is understandable for the people who do not play video games. And since these people can relate almost to everyone because it's real life and it's not pixels, on the one side, I understand the director. On the other side, as a gamer, I understand Young Yeah, that yeah, video games are meant to be a creative work on their own, and you cannot just take them lightly. But yeah, people always find some kind of way to. People always find some way to take things seriously a little bit more than they should. Not just for the people who are actually replying, but also for the people who are delivering. This falls back at what was I saying, that sometimes I'm really, really, really thinking as what I'm about to say and how people will perceive it, because at some point, it was, who was it? Um, who was it? Yes, it was. Damn it, I cannot remember the name. Even though I do have it on the tip of my tongue, actually. Kimrai. Kimrai. That is the name of the Dark Mistress. I'm sorry. By the way, she has a chibi arc. This I have actually been up to date lately with her new works. Nice and all, very nice. At some point, she actually made a tweet about her grandparents who fought in a war, being acknowledged as heroes in their hometown. And you see, I had my grandparent, my grandpa, which also fought in a war. Not just any war. He fought in both World War I and World War II. Now, Greece didn't really participate much in World War I, but we did in World War II. So my great grandfather actually did fought, but he was not acknowledged. Okay, I mean, in Greece there are so many heroes which at this point you cannot really name them all. You get it? Like, it's not like she's from Canada, okay? I think she has actually said this before, so yeah. You see, it's not like the history of Greece goes so back, like so back, that if we were to count all the Greek heroes throughout history, we need at least 10 streams. So unlike a country like America or Canada, which are countries which, not countries, you could say they're countries, but yeah, they're technically countries, like as a whole they are huge, but still they technically are countries, which they don't have as much big history. I mean, that's a historical fact that, like, America was discovered like what, less than 1,000 years ago, so of course, right? Anyway, I actually was like okay with it. I was actually genuinely happy, but I wanted to have a conversation about it, so I started talking about my grandpa, and that he didn't get acknowledged. But you see, she took it a little bit the wrong way, but I didn't actually keep up with it. I just said, you're right, stay awesome, and I just bailed. In that moment, when she actually sent the reply, she sent something amongst the likes of, I don't really think that you should say to someone that it's okay to not be acknowledged. Yeah, let me rephrase that. I was the one who replied that it's okay for the fact that my grandparent it was not acknowledged. Perhaps it's a way to see things a little bit humbly. So for me, it's probably better. This is what I said. Like, this was the actual context of what I meant. Now, the way I phrased it, it was probably not like, it wasn't phrased very well. So she replied that, you know, you shouldn't actually say to someone who their grandparent, you know, just got acknowledged that it would be better to not be acknowledged. And I'm like, oh fuck, god damn it. I think we found ourselves accidentally in a situation where we could say that we had what's the word I'm looking for? Shit, I cannot remember the word. I can remember it in Greek. I cannot remember it in English. God damn it! Why do I got ads? Fuck off you with your ads. Excellent. Misunderstanding. That's the word I'm looking for. Misunderstanding. And I'm like, damn it, I've done fucked it up. So I just, you know, as I said, I just sent, okay, you're all right. Yes, you're right. You're right. Stay awesome. See ya. You know, it's little experiences like this that shape you. And to me specifically, these things tend to get to me. You know, it's not about specifically someone just, you know, having a misunderstanding with you. It's about someone that you actually, you know, like as a person to have a misunderstanding with you, you know, because I have said this before, that I have watched a lot of Takahata's streams before on the way 101, and I actually liked you know, the role of Kimrai, and thus I ended up having a misunderstanding with a person that I actually liked. So yeah, they kick in the balls. For some reason, you always find yourself in sometimes you find yourself in situations where you're starting questioning, okay, how the fuck did I find myself here? What did I say? And why the thing that I said was so, you know, was so serious, which I didn't took it personally, you know? Anyway, let's move on to something else. I bought Elden Ring, actually. I bought Elden Ring because I just really wanted to buy a new game. I haven't bought a game for a long while, actually. I have focused so much on other activities, you know, which I didn't actually bought any new games these past few months at all. And most of the time, I do not actually buy games which are very, you know, they just came out or something, because, wait a minute. God damn it, look at that. I guess I have to stream now that the family has bought me a capture card. HDMI video capture, USB 3.0, 4K Ultra HD. Man. Congrats to this guy, actually. This is what I should have asked for, but you know, I really wanted to buy something to play. These past few days have been quite stressful for me. I have been practicing very hard on the vocal lessons, and also I have this feeling that the channel is starting to take the toll of the streamer on me. You know, like, how am I supposed to explain it? You don't really feel the responsibility until you're starting to feel that what you're doing is a little bit stale. What do I mean by stale? Wait a minute. Give me 1 second. I want to open one more tab because I remember yesterday I watched something that I really liked. Give me 1 second. There we go. Yesterday I just stumbled upon you know, a stream of the two For Honor characters, Astria and Griffon, just sitting by the, you know, by the fire. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Yeah, I I do like that. I do like. I do not know why that is a thing, but you know what? It is what it is. Nice. So, yeah, let me sit here by the fire with them. That's right. Now we're perfect. I should be like over here. I'm just gonna sit here by Astria. Where was I? Yes, I was saying I wanted to buy Elden Ring because yeah.
Yes, queen.
What Man, I fucking love For Honor. Okay, so what was it?
Didn't see you there. Come and join us by this fire. Surely your company is better than his.
I thought this is a silent stream. I didn't realize that they have actual dialogue.
Loser.
Tonight's forecast. A freeze video is coming.
Oh, get to the chopper!
What the hell?
We are merry.
What?
We are festive.
We're married.
Frosty.
I heard we are married, and I'm like, what? New lore, and I haven't
All
even.
these gingerbread cookies are going straight to my heart.
I thought it's just. I didn't realize they have actually, you know, voices in this stream. I just thought it was like a live wallpaper that lasted like 1.5 hours. It is for some situations. It is like a live wallpaper because they do not say something on the 20-minute mark. Anyway, where were we? Yes, I was saying that I wanted to buy a new game because I just wanted to release some of the stress. You know,
What's
you.
the deal with JC's hand?
Yeah.
Corruption blast.
Okay, now we're better. Let's sit here. What was I saying? I was saying you don't really realize the toll of the streamer, you know, responsibility, like the stress, until you realize that your streams have become a little bit stale. What do I mean by stale? Well, I do not really have any great announcements. Like, hey, I managed to go through November because I had, you know, the so-called role of the, you know, of the warden of the, you know, degenerate purgatory. But to be fair, you know, you cannot just really keep getting away with just doing the same things over and over again. That's just how it is. And on the other hand, You just have to come up with good ideas, I guess. So I bought For Honor. Good night. I just wanna play For Honor right now. So I bought Elden Ring and I actually played quite a few hours of the first hours of it. I haven't played too much, but I'm willing to play more, obviously. But that said, I well, that said, I really do not understand how Elden Ring managed to become such a great game. Like, don't get, or not great game of the year. Now, no. Excuse me. I'm not actually, I'm not throwing a tantrum right now or anything like that. I'm not going on a rant. I'm genuinely like object about it. Like, I'm actually making a small debate here. Because, okay, to be fair, I love the Dark Souls series. I fucking love them. And when I say I love them, my friend, you do not realize where I'm coming from. I'm not just a, Dark Souls player. Or I didn't came from Bloodborne like many people. Or Demon Souls even. I came from fucking Kingsfield. The first so-called Dark Souls game I played was Kingsfield. Yeah, if you know what Kingsfield is, then you would have, some, respect for someone like me. Because in front of me, I am a fucking primordial. Because I just so happened to start my journey from as far back as it goes. Okay, to be fair, I'm not going as far as Kingsfield 1, I am going as far as Kingsfield 4. But still, it was earlier than Demon Souls. Thus, that's making me a little bit, a little bit more of a higher rank, if you were to ask me. It's not about how good you are in the game, it's about how many games you have played. The real knowledge right here, okay? So, what was I saying? I was saying that, hey, I understand that Elden Ring is a great game and all. And I understand it mostly because... Let me put myself a little bit on the center over here because I feel like I'm not in the right spot. Okay, right here. Okay, right here. Why not? You see... The controls are almost the same, except for the fact that they have changed actually the the X button on or the cross button, whatever, on the PlayStation, for being the jump button, and they have made the triangle button the interact button, while in the previous Dark Souls games, they normally had the X button for. They had the X button for interacting and triangle button for... What did they have a triangle button for? I think it was for I cannot remember what the triangle button was for, but it wasn't that much useful, to be honest, as far as I remember on the previous games. Okay, so they changed a little bit of the output. They put a map which no other Souls game had before. They added the stealth mechanics they had on Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, which is nice because let me be honest with you, the fact that I could not actually stealth my way through a place before in a Dark Souls game was always kind of it pissed me off a little bit. But when I could actually pull off one of the critical, stealth attacks, it was always so fun. It was always so fun. So I'm glad they added also that mechanic in. But other than that, it's still a Dark Souls game. Like, okay, they had some nice upgrades, but they didn't really change the formula that much in order to say that, yeah, you know, this is like the, the greatest thing ever. I'm not sure. For the first time in my life, I am actually finding myself, you know, criticizing a game for the fact that that it wasn't as great as I expected. But then again, I am not actually very deep into it. I am only like, what, 3 hours in? So maybe, you know, maybe that, that opinion of mine might change in the future. I do not know. And don't get me wrong, I'm not criticizing it because I hate it. I fucking love Dark Souls. But everybody was so mad about, everybody was so mad about Elden Ring, saying that, it's such a great game. Okay, they also added the horse. At this point, we have enough of horses in video games. Like, I'm not even joking. At this point, I'm actually kind of getting bored of the mechanic of the horse. You know what I want in a video game? What I actually want in a video game is a chariot. For some reason, no game ever considered having a chariot. Even though chariots are so badass, in my opinion. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, a horse. The Witcher 3, a horse. Elden Ring, a horse. Every goddamn game nowadays has a horse for traversal. Which is nice and all. But god damn it. Again, it feels like just because you added a horse that can jump very high doesn't really mean that it's that much of a big deal. Even though I cannot lie, I do like the fact that you can actually traverse so fast and see like some nice views from certain points. It's actually nice indeed. But still, I do not really see why that is a better game than God of War. But then again, I have not played God of War yet. Okay? I have to be honest with you, I haven't played God of War. Maybe I will be equally disappointed with God of War. Who knows? Maybe God of War Ragnarok is not as amazing as I think it is. And basically it has like the same kind of it's like how would I say it? It had the same treatment like Elden Ring. Like they just added more upgrades to the system, and that's it. That's why God of War didn't win Game of the Year, because overall like both God of War and Elden Ring, they are just games that we have seen previously with just nice upgrades. To be honest though, I am actually driven, like I do like story-driven games more than, games that just have lore. Not gonna lie, I do like video games that have lore in them, but not because I seek out the lore myself, but because I get to watch other people's videos on YouTube about lore after I finish the game. But that makes the game a little bit boring for those who, they do not seek the lore, but at the same time they really want the lore, like how would I explain it? Like, if I do not have actual characters talking to me, I do not really, take every detail into consideration in order to realize the story myself. I am just a little bit lazy, I prefer games that actually expose much of the story to me, and maybe I will stumble upon a detail which I will connect on my own. But that's just a maybe. That's because I did not really seek it out. I just happened to stumble upon it by accident. This is how I like to, This is how I like to, enjoy a story in a video game. That's why I probably see God of War like on my much higher, elevation. I'm not sure. At the same time, I have to actually complain about one thing. They added the samurai armor on, on Elden Ring, right? Which it's a class now. It's not just the samurai armor, it's a class. And I'm glad that's the case. They didn't really need the Viking armor. They had Viking armor in Dark Souls games before. What I really wanted was a Roman armor, or a Spartan armor. So I actually searched a little bit and realized that they do not have anything like that. You just have to, make it your own by spare parts of other armor and shit. And I'm like, god damn it. You're willing to put a samurai armor in a game, but never an hoplite armor or a centurion armor. Anyway, I'm still 3 hours in, so who knows? Maybe I will start being more into it. Then again, you could say that I have been a little bit burned out by Dark Souls games, because after I got into the franchise, you see, I didn't actually realize after King's Field that Dark Souls is actually the successor of the King's Field franchise. And I was desperately searching for another game that gave me the same feeling. And I discovered Dark Souls 2, right? A couple of years ago. And after I discovered the franchise of Dark Souls being actually the successor of King's Field, I started playing almost all the games. I didn't really finish them all, but I did start playing all of the games, every at the very least 6 months or so. I was finding myself playing another Souls game. I have played Dark Souls 2, I've played Demon Souls, I have played the first Dark Souls, but not too much. Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne. I have also played some Souls-like games like Neo and how was the name of that game? That one amazing game that actually was so good. Fuck. Give me 1 second. If I do not find it, I'm gonna go insane. Mortal Shell. It was the game. So at this point, which I found myself in Elden Ring, I guess I got a little bit tired of always, go slay monsters, acquire gear, die, then try again, then die again, then try again, then beat the boss, then move on to the next area. I do not really dislike it, but then again, I guess I have gone so used to it, which I guess I do not really find it new anymore. That's why. While a game like God of War, well, you see, I haven't had enough of God of War 2018, you see, because, well, the new formula came out in 2018, right? And Ragnarok is the sequel to that, right? There is no other game that has the same formula. And, it's not like there are already, 5 more God of War Ragnaroks out there in order for me to get bored of it, get it? So, that's the case, probably. The fact that I didn't actually, got bored of the other formula yet. That's why I probably see it that way. Man, I fucking love talking about video games. By the way, I really want to talk a little bit about For Honor. I have been watching a little bit of the trailers from the first, first reveals of For Honor. The game was very different back then. I have to be honest with you, I have seen people say that, For Honor would have been so much more amazing. Well, yeah, but at the same time, it didn't came out really that bad, and I still have hopes for a sequel that will probably be even better. If Ubisoft doesn't do anything too stupid with microtransactions and such. I actually really like the lore of For Honor. It doesn't make sense, but I never really cared about things that make sense. I just wanted to see cool things. And For Honor is a very cool thing. I really have to start playing For Honor at some point in this channel. By the way, I really want the sequel of For Honor to not be called For Honor 2. I want to keep the tradition of having like 4 and then a 5-letter, you know, a 5-letter name. Like the sequel to For Honor will be For Glory, for example. The sequel after that will be For Grace or something like that, you know? Get it? Because I have gone a little bit bored about, you know, having a video games with just a number in front of them. Like, for example, I'll give you a good example. Red Dead Redemption, for example. Red Dead Redemption is a sequel to another game called Red Dead Revolver. I have played that game, by the way. It's really cool. It's on PS2. It's not half as good as the original, or even the sequel, Red Dead Redemption 2, but it still has the feeling, and it's nice for a, you know, it's really cool for a PS2 game. You see, the first game was called Red Dead Revolver. There is a reason why it's called a revolver, actually. It's a plot twist, specifically, that pays a lot of, you know, that actually is a nice detail. Then the next game is called Red Dead Redemption, and then there is actually the other game was called Red Dead Redemption 2, but that doesn't make sense. It should have been called something else. You see, in an interview of the actor of Dutch, Vaderlin, he said like he actually lied to his nephew because his nephew actually figured out that he's working on Red Dead Redemption 2, and his nephew was like, I know you're working on that project, and he was like, no, I'm not working on that. And the reason why he said it so confidently, and that's why he explained it on the interview, is that he thought the name was going to be different. And the name he suggested, and I actually fucking loved it, was Red Dead Rebellion. And I'm like, my god, it would have been actually badass to be called Red Dead Rebellion. I don't care. I just want to have like creative things like that. Like I don't just want people to just slap a number and be done with it. Okay, let's call it a day. For example, God of War 2018, for me, it's just a lazy thing. They should have called it something more. Because, okay, you know, you cannot really call it God of War yet again. But then again, it's probably kinda, you know, kinda fine, I guess, since it marks a new era, a new beginning. But still, you get me, right? They couldn't have called it God of Norse, so they should have kept the God of War. They just needed a subtitle like God of War Ragnarok. Anyway. And that's why I hope that the sequel to For Honor will be called For Glory. Or For Grace, I'm not sure. For Glory sounds even better. But sometimes, you know, perhaps companies do not really want to keep copywriting names like that. So that's also understandable, you know. You have to see all aspects of certain, you know, situations. Yeah. Let me see something real quick. I really want to check. How much does a capture card cost? You know, I could technically make some money in order to start, you know, working towards that. But sometimes, you know, you just find yourself in a situation where you're like, okay, the reason I bought, for example, Elden Ring, right? It was on sale. I could have saved that money, but I really wanted to have something in order to relieve stress, alright? So I said to myself, you know what? You know, sometimes I shouldn't just really push myself so hard on just working or just working towards a goal. I should just, you know, treat myself to something nice. You know, It's Christmas and all that, and I really wanted to buy a new game. That's just it. That obviously means that I'm going to, fall back on the work of the channel, right? Well, sometimes sacrificing for your own well-being, it's also a thing that it's also something that you need to consider, personally speaking. Yes. The Elgato HD60S Plus game capture card costs 187 euros. You see, it feels like, okay, you know what? If I was to start making money, I'm never gonna make that fucking money. Elden Ring costed like what, 40 euros, and the goddamn capture card costs almost 4 or 5 times that. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not just gonna, push myself so hard on something like that. I'm just gonna, just be more patient, I guess. One more thing, I was considering about, maybe having actual assets on my model. But that's not even possible because the creator of the model is still not active. So I'm technically stuck with a very nice model, which is technically, not possible to upgrade it in any way. Which is actually making me consider, should I ask for a new model from a new artist? If I was to have a new model in order to, make it live 2D? Or perhaps I should just, perhaps I should just, keep this model and just, make it live, and once I'm done, using it, I can just, move on to a new one at some point. I have seen lately that people can actually rig a model very not easily, but at the same time you could say that it's more accessible now, right? Like I'm going on Fiverr and I see like people rigging virtual YouTuber model for like starting at 80 euros. So I guess I'm thinking, okay, you know what? Maybe it would be possible to, with approximately at 100 euros, rig my model and use it as much as I can, humble beginnings, you cannot really keep up with other big creators, because other big creators have already established their community. They have a decent income for most of the time. So that said, you always find yourself in a position where you're like, okay, you know what, you just have to endure the fact that you cannot actually, compare yourself to others. Which is not nice to compare yourself to others, but since you do not really probably have a, much of a, if you don't really have much of experience yourself, you have to actually look what others doing. And since you're finding yourself most of the time in a situation where you cannot really copy paste what they do, but at the same time sometimes you cannot even manage to fulfill the criteria, you could say. You cannot really manage to fulfill the criteria because, well, there is a lot of going on, actually. It is what it is. You're just doing things at your own pace, so don't be too hard on yourself. Now, I say all that, even though I mostly say that for myself, it's not a form of, being apologetic. Actually, I'm not apologetic at all about that. It is what it is. But in many ways, I just feel like sometimes I have to, I have said this so many times before, I have to explain myself for some reason. Because I do streams, alright? Yes, I do. And what? Goddamn it. There is no end. I just do streams. For now. And I do not really feel ashamed of it. I guess you could say that, okay, I guess you could say that everybody keeps up with what they, with the way they want. The way they want. The way they can. I do not know. Sometimes I have this feeling that I really need to do more and more and more. Then I will look at other streamers and I realize, okay, you know what? The only people who actually do more and more and more and more are the people who are actually capable of doing more and more and more. Because every other streamer, they don't really push themselves that hard since they just don't fulfill the criteria, you get me? I guess in many ways you could say that I am not truly really satisfied yet with the I'm not truly satisfied yet with the content I provide. I know for a fact that I know for a fact that this could be better, but it can't be better yet. Like a live model, customized backgrounds on my, personal themes and all that. A capture card which I would actually, use to play video games that I actually want and not be stuck with whatever I can get, But I have to be honest with you. I have realized that the computer I got, it's actually a little bit more powerful than I expected. To be. The reason why is that it's because it was my sister which actually she tried to play Apex on this computer, and I wasn't sure if that was possible because let me be honest, I haven't really tried my computer very well yet. For the most part, I was kind of afraid because many times I have actually, used the computer the wrong way, and somehow, some way, I ruined it. Or no, it's not like I broke it. It's like Oh hey, Mortal Shell is on, on sale. Nice. What was I saying? Yes, I was saying that I don't really ruin it. I just, find a way to crash it, and for some reason that always makes me a little bit, on edge about that. Like, I really do not like ruining equipment, because especially if it's expensive equipment, because I know that I cannot get any more afterwards. Thus, I do not really push everything to the limits, because I do not really want to test if it has limits or not, I just want to feel like, okay, you know what? As long as it does what I like, what I want it to do, it's fine by me. But yeah, apparently my PC has some power in order to play some more powerful games. So perhaps I could actually try to play a game like PUBG or something. But then again, I do not really stream that much in order to say that, you know what, I do have time to play even more games. Don't get me wrong, today I still wanted to play Vampire the Masquerade, so I was like, you know what, I cannot play Vampire the Masquerade in every goddamn stream though. And there is also one more problem. I just really love playing with a controller, and I do not actually have a controller of I do not really have a Xbox controller. I have a PlayStation controller, so I have to emulate the controller of the PlayStation in order to play a couple of in order to play as if it's an Xbox controller, which is not that much of a big deal, but then again, sometimes it doesn't really work. Thus, I'm just finding myself in a situation where I'm like, okay, you know what? Fuck it. PC games on the PC, PlayStation games on the PlayStation, and that's it. Have a nice death. Man, I have watched this, man, I remember this when it came out. I'm just scrolling through Steam right now because I just wanted to, community play. Have a Nice Death is a 2D action roguelike where you play as an overworked death whose employees have run rampant, completely throwing off the balance of Schultz and his vacation plans. In order to restore order, you'll have to grab your trusty scythe and show your employees who's boss. Nice. Man, it reminds me of... Look at that. It reminds me of... Why am I in the middle? It reminds me of... I just really love the art style. And it reminds me of... come on, Hollow Knight. This is one game that I would definitely like to play. And I know for a fact that it's not on PlayStation. Or perhaps it is and I do not really know. Wait a minute. Is it? Is it? Give me a second. Why am I tired suddenly? Have a nice death. Yeah, it's on Nintendo and Microsoft Windows. It's not on PlayStation. I knew it. Yeah, this is probably one game that I would definitely like to play. One other game I really want to play now that I remember is Total War. Which one? I do not know. But I just want to play a Total War game. Perhaps Rome? I do not want to play Warhammer. I just want to play a Total War game. I wanna play a Total War game that is genuinely like Total War, like. There is Three Kingdoms, there is Attila, there is Rome Remastered, Troy. Actually, Troy could be also very good. Man, they are all on sale, but some of the really good ones are very expensive. Total War Shogun 2, it's for $750, but it's yeah, I'm already maxed out on my credit for this month. Ends 5th of January. Nah, I don't think I will manage to buy it now. Oh well, for now I still have video games to play. But I definitely want to play Shogun Total War at some point. And Rome Total War. I have actually watched the Total War, you know, the Greek faction.
Peggy 16.
Wait a minute. Is this a Greek faction? No, it's not. Can you give me the... No. Do you have it? Do you have like the... No, it does not have it. It does not have it. God damn it. Man, the old one looks so bad. The Emperor Edition looks very good. Is the definitive Emperor Edition is the definitive edition of Rome 2, featuring the improved politics system, overhauled building chains. For 1 second I thought it was playing an ad. Overhauled building chains, rebalanced battles and improved visuals in both campaign and Battle Emperor Edition. Contains all free feature updates since its release to 2013, which includes back faces, balancing and twitch. Nice, actually. Oh, fuck me. Oh, Wrath of Sparta is actually a campaign pack, which is actually an extra, a DLC. God damn it, I thought it was all included. I have never played a Total War game before. I have played Spartan Total Warrior and I fell in love with it. But only because, you know, it was on PlayStation. Total War games have always been, you know, Total War games have always been, what would you call, PC kind of game. So I always wanted to learn how to play a strategic game. But you have to be so patient about it. I started playing a game that I actually do have on PlayStation, the Civilization 6. But I could not... but I could not really keep up with it. Perhaps I will try again at some point, but not now. I really wanna see. Was it the Rome, the remaster of the original Rome, or the, you know, the Rome 2 game, the one that has the video of the Greek faction. I just really like the music on the, you know, the Greek faction, and I really like the words of that trailer specifically. The Total War Saga of Troy. What is the Total War Saga of Troy? Inspired by the Iliad and brought life through the award-winning strategy game series, the Total War Saga Troy brings a blend of grand turn-based empire managed and spectacular real-time battles to the heart of the Trojan War. So it is technically Total War, but you know, the 10 years of Troy basically. Perhaps Troy could also be something I really like. I would like. But it is technically, yeah, it was released on September 2021, so it's technically still a brand new game. So perhaps I will not actually, you know, play this first. I want to play some of the originals first. Perhaps Shogun 2 and Rome 2 is probably the ones that I really want to play. I'm stretching a little bit because my back. Now I'm thinking, are there any, you know, free games which are, you know, not online. When I say free games, I mean like the ones that are, you know, single player kind of nice experiences. The same way like the same games that like would that which was like a visual novel, like you know, Find Love or Die Trying. Man, it feels like ages since I started playing that game. And it hasn't been really that long. It has been only like, what, 2 months? Nah. Nothing. Nothing too nice, like... Most games are just, you know, online games, MMOs and MMORPGs and all that. Well, I'm just thinking about, you know, about future games maybe. For now, we are still technically, you know, very well, you know, versed, I guess. Again, I'm having a ton of fun with Vampire Masquerade, so I'm not really that focused on just, you know, on just finding games right now. I just, you know, really want to start, you know, having some ideas, or maybe come up with something at some point. To be fair, I still have quite a few games to play. Well, I haven't finished Hades. There's also one more game that I would like to play on this channel. Spiritfarer. Man, Spiritfarer, it's such a nice game. which I never got to complete either. So I'm like, you know what? Since I haven't completed it, might as well just make a playthrough of it, on the channel here. So for now, I do have games, yeah. I just haven't, I just don't really have many games that I personally want to play. Like, Oh man, Let It Die is actually on free on PlayStation. Yeah, whatever. It's on PlayStation and on PC. I actually really like Let It Die. It had very how would you call it? Well, it had really nice personality. This game actually genuinely had so much, like I was playing a Dark Souls game, but the anime beam cranked to the max. Like, it was that good. Many people call it, a game that it's basically a cash grab, but it's free, so what do you expect? Let me go to the page real quick. I really want to see what the reviews say on this platform. Aesthetics and music are top tier. Tower Radio is genius and somewhat helps you against the numbness of the grind. All the songs from different artists also seem to tailor-made from the game. Yeah, actually, it has many great songs from different artists. I would like to play a few of these songs on this channel, but I'm not sure if I'm actually allowed to without getting copyrighted. But then again, they are on a video game, so I'm not sure. The introduction to the tutorial videos, characters, the arcade, all the jazz is pure gold. Weapons in general are imaginative and fun to use. Trying out something like motorcycles charge or rage attacks for the first time was amazing. Aesthetics is the main thing that carries this game though. It's less stellar bits. Yeah, it is pretty fun, but it is very grindy. But it has good vibes, yeah. And that's why I actually like it. I wanted to recommend this, I really did. The game has a lot of redeeming qualities, but its negatives are far too great. Pros: great wacky yet gritty themes and charm, very grasshopper. Decent yet slightly clunky Souls-like combat. Fun and diverse weapons, running around killing people with a yo-yo in one hand and a clothing iron that blast stream does not get old. Yeah, I know. I remember when this game released way back when it was a console exclusive for the PS4, and let me just say it hasn't really changed a bit, but it has gotten a bit easier along with that. But also during this time this was released, this game was one of the early documented Souls-like games out there at the time, and by this point Dark Souls 3 wasn't even announced at this point. They just got finished making one of the last DLCs to Dark Souls 2. But yes, you see, when I said I have played a lot of Dark Souls-like games, Let It Die is also one of them. But anyway, why I call it Souls-like? Because it has the similar taste and vibe to it, and what sold me the most was not only the live-action trailer for it and just the overall atmosphere to it, which is a dark fantasy post-apocalyptic, which I like, but this game, let me just say, despite looking good, there are two major problems for it, which are the controls are clunky, and I do think this was done on purpose after recently going back to play it on PC, and the heavy use of microtransactions that they keep on trying so hard to nudge you to spend money just to continue on a little bit further before losing your character and having to spend in-game gold, which you find all the time, and the extra lives you get once you run out of all the good luck trying your hardest to work that all back through daily lodging rewards. Hell, not even the 3 lives per day death metal are the extra lives, which can be also used for currency for certain stuff. Even expand your item storage to upgrade gear hardly helps you to get by. Well, to be fair, I have played it. I have gone all the way up to the 15th, 17th floor, and so far I'm still having a lot of fun. I am afraid when you reach like the 30th floor and above, it really gets grindy after that point, because it will be very, very hard to get by. Because if it's a Souls-like game, that means the goal is for you to make a mistake, die, and after you die, you eventually having yourself you're getting punished a little bit harder than an actual Souls game, because this game has to push its microtransactions to you. But again, this game was really fun at the first hours, and for me it is a success. Any game that actually provides at the very least 10 hours of fun time to you, it means that it was a worthwhile game, really, or my personal opinion. There are games who are worth it, and then there are games who worth it for the first hours. And then there are games who were not worth it at any point. Sorry. Really needed to blow my nose. Damn. Turns out I'm not fully back on health, but at the very least I do not have a headache anymore. So after not bothering with the game and coming back, and like I said before, it's like it hasn't changed, but yet they somewhat made it easier for people who don't feel like spending money, but to a certain extent. Hell, I was on floor 16 Gaga, excuse me, and even though I've gotten at least 2 characters that were about level 74, the enemies there hit like a truck compared to how hard I was dealing damage, and it also didn't help that the screamers, enemy player and NPCs, have machetes that can whip out so much with just 3 quick swings, which for me takes a total of about 5 to 6 hits to bring one of these people down, sometimes 4. But anyway, after trying my best, I can't continue on. I can't continue on with playing, trying to grind for better gear along with parts to craft that gear. It was getting tedious and hard and taking up my time. Hell, even players who bought all this fuck you see in DLCs don't make hearts. What do you mean by having 4 hearts on a line over there? You see in DLCs don't make it any easier on them either, so even people who bought still get this same treatment as someone who didn't spend a dime at all when it comes to farming. So all in all, I have a very mixed feelings about this game. Most of this comes from the predatory microtransactions, that's for okay. But if you look past all that for a minute, you find yourself immersed with a dark fantasy action adventure roguelike that is rich with lore like the Tower of Barbs, of why it exists or why you want to climb it to the top. But too bad for many players like me who aren't that full to buy into microtransactions. Answers like this won't personally be answered, answers like this won't personally be answered unless you buy your way to get that point. So all in all, I don't recommend this game. It's not so much a game unique like this has to get paid to win trim it, but sadly it is what it is. Okay, look. To be fair, this guy makes some good points, but it's not just about buying your way through, but it's also being patient about getting by. I am patient, and whenever I feel like not playing, I just stop playing and I'll come back to it at some point, you know? I have to be honest with you. This is my second time around which I returned to Let It Die. I personally, found myself on Queen Bee's Let It Die anniversary stream. There's actually a stream? What? Don't tell me she's alive today or some shit. Oh my fucking god! Wait a minute. She is live today. She's a VTuber. What the fuck is this?
Up on the Tower of Barbs. Hey, dude, you're a gamer, aren't you? Just try it out.
Looks like things are about to get busy around here.
It's been 6 years, but this
I
game
was waiting for you. I forgot
still
to
has
mention my name is
character.
Uncle Death. Ah, those are the jackals. They are body collectors.
Man, when I found these guys,
Wanna try again?
Sorry, it's broken.
Close your face. I'm just about to get max score here.
I'll make anything.
Oh, how I've been waiting for you, fellow believer.
yeah, the cast is just
I
wacky.
knew something bad was gonna happen. It's probably the greatest game ever made. Yeah!
Probably.
This game, let it die.
Congratulations!
What's your death? What? It says something. What's your death wish? Ah. Look. God damn it.
Happy birthday to you.
Everybody's a fucking
Happy
VTuber these days.
Birthday to you.
I
Happy
just-
birthday, let it die. Hi, everyone.
I cannot
feel
believe
like
this.
There's a lot of new faces
Queen
today.
VTuber. What the
Hi. Ooh, everyone's so excited.
man. Man.
Happy birthday, let it die. I think it was actually, not today, right? I think it was actually yesterday.
They have
Hello,
actually made a
hello.
VTuber for the
Good
promotions.
day, Queen. Hi, Guts and Love. Hi, Sloth Bear. Hi, Corey. Hi, King Aurelian. Hi,
Man,
Pooch
how the fuck do
Dog.
I always find
Hello.
myself? How the
Is
fuck do I
everyone-
always
is
find
there-
myself
does
streaming
anyone
some
new
other
here
streamers
today?
stream?
Hands up if
I am a
if
fucking
it's your
idiot.
First time coming to my stream today for your first time. Wait, did that make sense? Oh my gosh, YouTube chat is going crazy again.
Man,
Happy birthday! My face is old but new.
god damn it. Yeah, are you kidding?
Okay. I don't know if you guys heard that.
I cannot
but
believe that
I
they are
was-
actually
I
using.
started
Everybody's
the
using
game,
VTuber models these days.
Does it
Just-
make it taste better? You will encounter.
Man, you know what I love? The fact that that the game is still going strong. You know, I love the fact that the game is still going strong.
The old you is nothing but a rich maniac now.
Oh my god.
You have to kill him before he kills you.
Wait, why do they?
Losing at your own
Why
game.
is their name Queen Bee and I'm Pamela?
Damn it. I see the host over here is not a gamer. God damn it.
Do I just keep doing this? Oh no! It's her turn now.
So what was this? This
What
was
did I do? Ah!
to celebrate Lady Di's 16th anniversary. Your fearless leader, Queen VTuber, is going to be playing the game for the first time live.
Never gonna end!
This is the crossover I've been waiting for. So she is from the new game. What was called
I thought her
Deathverse
dying was
Lady
gonna
Die.
make me Queen Bee. Wait, is that me? Why did I die? What? Uncle Death. Oh my god, what? He just yeeted me into that room. And I'm still Pamela. How do I change that? How do I change my name?
You have to go to the bucket. But why am I trying to explain on a pre-recorded game, pre-recorded video?
Okay, I know about that. Okay.
Man,
Fighter-
I actually feel sad for losing last stream. Not gonna lie. I wonder if I was to join Let It Die right now, I could get some of the nice, additional items for the decorating waiting room. Man, oh god damn it! Oh god damn it! The 16th anniversary special lodging gives you a revive item, space fun glasses blueprint, which is Uncle Death's sunglasses, a lost bag with three rainbow bags, coins, split room, and oh my god, I have to go play now. God damn it! I fucking bought. I bought It was on the 5th of December. God fucking damn it. I wish I knew about this stream. I wish I knew about it. God. Fuck. Fuck. Wait a minute. I have to go subscribe. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my god. God damn it. There was another stream. Uncle Death Lives 2022. They do have her as a VTuber here. Death First, PS4, PS5. Now, let me be honest with you. I have actually, you know, I have actually, my god, I have actually played Death First, but Death First, it's a Battle Royale game, and I don't really do good with Battle Royale games. Like, I always try my hardest to be as, you know, as little actually as possible, but the fact that you only get one chance, it makes a single mistake a fatal one, and that's why I hate that. And that's why I also didn't really play too much Death First. Not also, also because it wasn't very well optimized on my PS4 Pro specifically, or perhaps because my PS4 has a problem, and my PS4 was getting overheated very fast. Actually, I'm not sure if it's now fixed or not. I will try it again, I guess. But my god, she is actually a VTuber, which she actually debuted 3 months ago. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? Why is everyone a VTuber these days? Oh my god. Oh, she's adorable. You know, while I love Uncle Bob and I still miss him, I like the direction this channel is taking. Also, I'm super excited for Death First. Let's go. Man, people are into it. Hey, not gonna lie, I'm also going with the flow here, okay? I'm also going with the flow. Oh man, I have to stop watching other people's streams. I just have to stop. I have to. So, is she the actual actress? Like, not just the, you know, not just that. Why is she here? Oh man, I talk about someone not knowing how to use a. Okay, you know what? I'm not judging. I'm just telling you that, you know what? Even people who are actually, you know, sponsored by an actual video game, manage to do small things like that. You know. I do not judge, or at the very least, I do not judge harshly. You know, I always give everyone a fair chance. She is the actual actress of the trailer, because I know her. I have played Death First, but you know, I cannot remember really well.
I'm so nervous.
I actually really like her. I got that.
Thank you, everyone.
You know.
Dave, you think?
Can I get
Uncle
sponsored
Bob
for
sounds
playing
different.
for playing Let It Die?
Bob, I'm Queen Bee. Hello, everyone. Oh, okay.
Not gonna lie.
I need to
Not gonna lie.
calm down a little bit.
What's your profile?
Okay, now I'm okay. I'm so tiny. Okay.
Is she the job secondary host of Death's Jam? So she is, and she also knows Japanese. Nice.
Let me adjust myself there.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna go insane. Wait a minute. I really have to go watch the trailer real quick. I just have to. Man, wow. Wait a minute. This channel called Uncle Death. Let me see the. Senpai, my name is Uncle Death. This is my channel. I'm kinda new to this whole YouTubing thing, but I think I'm supposed to ask to subscribe and click the bell or something. Anyway, man, he does sound like Uncle. He sounds like an Uncle Death. on the video game. That's so sick. Nice. Anyway, I'll be posting my ultra sick gameplay videos here, so so check them out. I'm also looking to collaborate with game developers, artists, and other people doing cool stuff. Want to put me in your game, comic book, or pulp novel? Let me know and we'll talk. Yo. And be sure to check out my game Let It Die. It's free to play now for PS4 and Steam. Man, Let It Die actually had Let It Die actually had a collaboration with you know, Let It Die actually had a collaboration with Gravity Rush at some point. But I didn't have a PS4 back then, neither a PC. Thus, I found myself in a position where I really wanted to, join in, but at the same time, crap, I could not join in. Man, they still believe in this game, even though there are so many people who have slandered it. I have to be honest with you. In the beginning, I actually watched the reviews of this game, and I actually did not took kindly of the fact that they, of the fact that this game has like microtransaction, like predatory systems and all that. But when I actually ended up playing it, it always depends on the person. I personally wasn't very, I didn't really felt that forced about, paying anything really. I could just, be patient and grind everything. And at the end of the day, I'm actually having so much fun with this game, which I always consider that, if this game actually entertained me this much, then it's like deserving to have like some it's deserving to have some credit for that. Like, even if it means me buying the smallest pack once of, of the microtransaction, currency. So personally, yeah, I do like playing games which I actually enjoy, regardless whether they have microtransactions or not. But they have to actually be genuinely good, okay? They have to entertain me, because let me tell you something, I have played games which they did not impress me. Let It Die is not one of them. Let It Die actually impressed me, and I really like the, they have done such a good job on, they have done such a good job on having character, which I just really appreciate. That's just this. So the last stream was like 5 days ago, Akul Death Leads, and Yet It Die, make it a happy holidays Yet Let It Die stream with a VTuber again, the VTuber B Queen. So it is official. This is something that my mind still goes a little bit, I'm still a bit off about. Wait a minute. So it is official. They started off 3 months ago. When was it exactly the day where they started? 24th of September. So basically, like, what? A week or so before me. So they are my senpai. God damn it. By 1 week. But is she the one? I was looking for the... Wait a minute. I was looking for the, the trailer. Deathverse. Let It Die. Wait. Yes, I did play it actually, I did play it on day 1. So is she the one? God damn it, I have ads again! Yeah. Do not wanna see other people talking. I wanna see her talking.
And give the folks at home a good show that keeps them watching.
Yeah. Where is she? Where is the queen? The girlie. Is she the one? Yes, there she is.
Way down from there.
Yeah.
Death Jamboree is packed with excitement! Maybe too much of it!
It's probably her.
And our hunter
Must
caught
be.
his prey. Let's give him a big round of applause. I've had enough of this.
Yeah, their age. By the way, a small plot twist, and not just actually a plot twist, it's a little bit of a spoiler. That guy over there, Death vs. Let It Die is actually in the same universe of the actual Let It Die, game. Taking a couple of 100 years later, I think, place. This guy over there is probably Uncle Death. Probably. Why? Because at the beginning of the... I'm sorry for spoiling it, but I really wanted to talk about it. I cannot believe that this is what happened to Uncle Death. I was actually, baffled, dumbfounded completely. And the only reason why I believe he is Uncle Death is because when he looked at you, he called you senpai. At the beginning of the tutorial or something like that. I think, yeah, as far as I can remember, this was like the main thing. Yeah. So yeah, everything is connected. Everything. How did I went from searching for how did I went from searching for new games to play for my channel to realizing that Let It Die has their own VTuber? Wishing VTuber Iwana. So they have a lot of they do have collaborations with other VTubers too or something. Nice indeed. Man, after I'm done with this stream, I'm just going to going to play Let It Die. You know it. I'm gonna probably re-download Death Verse as well in order to give it one more try, I guess. Elden Ring, what's that? Oh man, oh god damn it. This is why I never have enough time for anything, because I always, I want to play this game and I want to play that game and I want to play that other game, and I always end up not playing not playing all things at the same time until I burn out myself. Ugh. Man, I'm sick. I remember when I said that I am well and that I got cured from the cold. I was lying. Turns out I am still very sick. Not from the cold. I was always it's not that cold this time. It's just I'm always sick at it. I'm just always sick mentally. I'm a gaming addict. It is what it is. Poor girl. They put her to, they making her play video games which she... Oh, damn. They made her play video games which she is not good at. Then again, I'm not really good at either. They just made her play difficult games. That's just downright cruel. I'm joking, obviously. But still, both Death Verse and Let It Die, the original, they are both games which they require quite a lot of skill, even for a skilled gamer. So yeah, I do not really, I sympathize with her. It's not necessary for you to, be a gamer, a great gamer, for just, for you to genuinely actually like video games and and the culture, the pop culture of, you know, of VTubing and anime and all that. You get it? Like, turns out I found a new favorite VTuber. What the fuck? It is what it is. What can I say? So I have been streaming for almost 2 hours. In 10 minutes I think I'm gonna log off. We're gonna have another stream on Friday, okay? You know, it's only so many things you can talk about yourself, you know, or, you know, you can talk with yourself. You see, the thing is, you always need to have back and forth with the chat, and, you know, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I do acknowledge that, you know, my chat is not very active, but at the same time I still keep trying. You know, there are people who have at the very least 10 viewers and their chat is still, you know, not very active. Some people just love to, you know, lurk, or specifically just chill and not really, you know, be bothered to always have a conversation with someone, because I know what it is like to, you know, wanting to relax, log in online, and instead of relaxing, finding yourself in some, you know, conversation with someone, and even though it might be enjoyable, it is not very relaxing, because you're still doing something, you know. It's not like, okay, you let yourself go, you just lay it on your chair, you're just, you know, looking. When you engage into actual conversations, you're actually taking part of an activity, such as talking, as simple as that, really. It still can be tiring, even for myself. Let me tell you, I may love talking a lot, but even I do realize it at some point. I find myself thinking, I really do not want to talk right now. So yeah, it's relatable, I understand. Yes, I'm still lingering on their channel, by the way. I'm still baffled that they have actually a VTuber on their own. And I love that, actually. May let it die, never die. As a matter of fact, I'm actually hoping for a sequel. But first they have to establish, you know, Death first. Death first will let it die. Perhaps they will come back to the formula of a Dark Souls game. Who knows? Or perhaps they can just make a good expansion of Let It Die. Who knows? I hope they were thinking about, you know, they are thinking about, you know, making something more for the Let It Die game. Well, then again, I'm not really the one to talk to, because I haven't actually finished the original Let It Die. So even if they were to, you know, make new content for the original game, not just, you know, not just events, or, you know, not just events or customizations and such. I'm talking about having a new, genuine, you know, expansion, like, to the adventure, like 10 more floors or something like that. I'm just, you know, I'm just brainstorming ideas at this point, but you get me, right? Oh my god. Do I really want to say this after all this goodwill? There is this guy who you know, has put a positive review. He has played the game for 97 hours of the original Let It Die. Okay, I'm on the Steam page right now, and he's like, every time I die and the pretty lady asks me for money, I get a bone. Oh god damn it. Once you learn the controls, this game's awesome and it's free. Can be repetitive, but is a good grind. Well, let me tell you something. I personally do not mind going scavenging hunt. You see, in the game you can actually get schematics in order to get some gear, and you can upgrade this gear, right? Like in actual Dark Souls. Imagine it like you want to go pick up, flintstone or something in order to upgrade the armors and the and the weapons and such. You see, in this game, every 4 levels you upgrade something, they get a new visual upgrade also. And I personally like that. Yeah, I actually like this kind of like nice grind, like it might be grind, but for me it's more like an adventure, I just go in, try to complete some challenges, because people completely forget that this game also has challenges which gives you extra rewards. I go complete challenges, find materials, go back, upgrade more, and have this like genuine nice feeling of progress, which is something that I really like in games. It is grind, it is, but the question is, do you like this kind of grind? There are people who don't like grind at all. There are people who fucking love grind. I am somewhere, in the middle. I feel like, what? If I want to grind, I'll grind. If I do not feel like grinding, I'm just gonna keep climbing the tower, or I'm gonna keep trying to climb the tower. And the fact that it gets repetitive, well, all games get repetitive at some point. The only game I can genuinely say that it never got repetitive, no, that is not God of War or a game like Red Dead Redemption, for example. These games do get repetitive after 20 hours. The only game that doesn't really get repetitive, it's Nier Automata. That is something that the director Yoko Taro actually said himself, that, what? Sometimes when he plays video games, this is actually something that he said on one of his interviews, and I actually really like that quote. When I play a video game for the first hour or so, I'm questioning myself whether this is exactly what I'm going to be doing for the next 20 hours. That's why Nier Automata is a little bit of everything. It's an action game which has some turret sections. It has some nice arcadey kind of style at some point where where you basically hack and you play this bullet hell basically of a game. There is the exploration. Like the only game that really made me not feel like I'm playing the same game, it's Nier Automata. And this game is very special to me, okay? Which I haven't actually got the true ending yet. I'm actually going to plan on doing that at some point too. I got the first ending, but I really want to get the final ending. But for some reason, I always hesitate of wanting to complete great games. It took me 2 years to complete Red Dead Redemption 2 actually, because it had such a nice story. Which, by the way, I really wanted to talk about the Red Dead Redemption story today, because I have been actually being back at it a little bit again. You see, when I say that I play many games at once, you do not believe me, but you see, so far I have said to you that I'm playing For Honor, Red Dead Redemption, I just bought goddamn Elden Ring, and now I'm going to, the very moment I'm finished the stream, I'm gonna go play Let It Die. Man, I'm such a fucking weeb. I'm such a gamer. Hey, it's Christmas vacation. I can spend it however I want, okay? Do not judge me. I can do what I like, as much as I like it, and you will not tell me how much I will do it, or if I'm going to do it at all. It's my choice. Anyway. Yeah, as I was saying. Man, sometimes I cannot realize. Sometimes I just cannot understand the logic of some people on the internet. Like, there's this other guy. Uncle Death is the only man I'll ever be straight for. That doesn't even make any sense, but... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you're... The name is Stella. It's a female. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought... You get what I thought. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm on my way. Anyway, where was I? Yes. Video games. The only game that actually made me realize that I did not really grind it at all. At all, though. Because, let me tell you something. Both God of War 2018 and Red Dead Redemption, I did grind it at some point. Because I wanted more customization. I wanted more upgrades and all that. The only game that didn't make me feel like I'm genuinely, grinding is Nier Automata. And that is like the most unique game out there. Like, it's not easy to make a game without grinding a little bit. Like, even games like roguelikes are technically grind. Trial and error. So, it really depends on how you view grind. Some people are more tolerative towards it. Some others are not. I personally do have, I do like, I do have the patience and I do enjoy grind. So, yeah. Anyway. We hit the 2-hour mark. I really have to get going because I just don't really like keep talking to myself all the time. But it was fun. Thank you for being here because I have seen, I do see the analytics and I see that people are actually on the stream. So thank you for spending some time with me regardless. And I'll see you on Friday. Actually, let me see the calendar real quick. Friday is the 30th. Saturday is 31st. So I will stream on these 2 days, but I will not stream, until next Wednesday, which is on the 4th. So yeah, I guess if it was the first of the year, like Sunday, I wasn't going to stream. But since turns out somehow, some way, my schedule actually does not conflict with that, I will find myself, thinking, okay, you know what? I will just keep streaming. I don't really have to change anything. I guess we're lucky. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Have a good day. Keep up with your vacation, wherever you are, whatever you do. I hope you're spending some good time with your friends, with your family, or at the very least you're getting some, some alone time on a good video game or a good movie, or just, you're laughing your ass off on some kind of dumb YouTube video instead of being here watching me rabble or whatever the fuck. And thank you yet again. I truly appreciate the fact that you somehow, some way, you found yourself here. Okay. Have a good day. Why am I here? I wanted to go to the BRB screen. Excusez-moi. I'll have to record it for like what? 10 seconds, 20 seconds maybe? Exit from this, in order to make it loop, Because it's decent enough. Maybe I will do it for 30 seconds. Or 1 minute. Because I do not want people to pinpoint exactly when it loops back. It looks very bright, not gonna lie. But that does not make it that bad, technically. It could be worse. I mean, we are technically in an HD kind of age, but still. That does not necessarily mean that everything has to be picture perfect. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2,